Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this movie. Thank you for coming to another Patriot Plumber Report. You can kind of see that I'm in my truck, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this EB70S to the test. Now, in my prior video, I showed you I had this little small heater, and I told you that it would really work good. I've got it again. Here it is. And remember how I was telling you that I think since I'm in a more confined space, I think it would heat it up better, and I think I would stay a lot warmer. Now, the things that I have in my truck that's going to keep me warm no matter what, I do have one of those emergency blankets, just in case. You just never know. I also have a hoodie jacket with some gloves that I keep in my truck at all times, especially during the winter. Let me just show you right now outside, and it is Saturday, I think 8:30 at night. Give me 1 second. So right now in my truck, it's just under 30 degrees. You did notice also, I put up my sun visor. So that sun visor, what that's going to do is, one, it's going to block out the sun, especially, to keep your truck cool. But especially in the wintertime, it's going to give that thermal break between the windshield, because that's a lot of glass. Now, in my other video, I also told you I had a couple towels. And what you can do, hold on real quick. So you got these towels. You can always put them up, by your windows. And what that's going to do is make another thermal break. So it's going to keep it warmer in there. So good thing to have is some towels, just some throwaway towels, whatever you can do, and I can feel it's cold in here. I haven't started anything. Now, another thing that I was waiting to get was also this electric blanket. It's by Black Canyon Gear. I just got it out on Amazon. It's 12 volt. I'll plug it right into the Blue Eddy. It does say max heat is about 100 degrees. So, if you keep that around you, I think that might help with the cold, of being broken down. So the first thing you're going to want to do is don't panic. Okay, you're broken down. It's the middle of the night. Your car's not running, but you remember, you've got things that are going to keep you alive, going to keep you warm, that you've prepared for in situations like this. So don't panic. Just take a deep breath. Know that you're ready and that you're not caught out in the cold, freezing your tail off, trying to stay warm. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start off with that little heater. Now, there is a chill in this freaking vehicle. I don't know if you can see in the back. My windows are already starting to frost up. You can see my car next to my truck is already frozen over. So, all right. What I'm going to do, get this all ready. Now, the cool thing about the EB70S, it's lightweight. You can put it in your truck. You can put it in your car, The one thing you're going to want to do is, when you get home, don't leave it in your vehicle. Take it in there, because you don't want to hurt the batteries by, keeping it out in the freezing cold. So remember that. It's not something that you just throw in your truck or your car and just leave it. It's for those situations where you're going to be driving. So I live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I have to drive over the pass. I have to go over to, Montana. But you never know, especially during the winter. Something happens and, you slide off the side of the road and, your car's dead. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to be prepared. So what I'm going to do is get this going. I've got a complete charge. Let me show you real quick. Now, that light that you see that I'm getting, that's my little studio light. And that's not hooked up to the EB70S. I got that hooked up to the K2 power bank that I won on the live stream on Blue Eddy Global. You know, check it out. Go over there, hit the like button, you know, subscribe or whatever. The giveaways are amazing. And the people that are on the chats are also cool too as well. All right, so let me just show you. I'm going to flip it around. All right, I'm fully charged. You can see nothing coming in, whatever. All right, here we go. I'm going to plug in my little heater. Now, I'm going to put it on the heat side. It's kind of cool because there's two settings. You have heat and just a fan. So, let's get this going. All right. So, it's kicked on. It's about 128, 130. Let me just show you. So that little heater, it's pulling about 125 watts, which I think what will be cool is this little heater will take the chill off, okay? You know, and we'll monitor my little thermometer and all that stuff. It does look, just by, I think, my body heat and that lamp or whatever, we're already at about 31 degrees. Right there, boom. So we're at 31 degrees, which is cold. You know, it's below freezing. I can feel it in my legs. I'm, you know, kind of doing the whole, you know, rubbing and all that stuff. Now, I did tell you guys I was going to stay out all night and all that stuff, but unfortunately, I can't. I hurt my foot back in my accident in January of this year, but the beginning of this year. And I finally got into the doctor, and they told me I have a torn tendon on the bottom of my foot that I've been walking around on. So, if you can see, let me see if you can see. Hold on. No, you can't see, but I'm in a boot. Let me see if you can see it. Okay, here we go. There we go. This is awkward. But look what I'm going through for you guys. See, I'm in a boot. All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay out here as long as I can until my foot starts hurting. But I really want to see how hot I can get it in here. Now, I know if I had my towels up and all that stuff, I think it would get warm quick. You know, especially with my body heat and this little heater going on, and you know, the little studio light that you can hook your phone up to so you can do videos and all that stuff. I'm not sure how much heat, you know, it's LED, so I'm not sure if it pumps out any kind of heat already. But you know, what's crazy is this little heater, you know, we're almost up to here. Let me show you. Just, you know, look, we're cruising up. It's getting up there. Now, I guess you could take this little heater and you can move it around and maybe put it up next to you, or if something's cold. But I highly recommend, you know, I feel, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Let's see what I'll do. Now, all I'm going to do is turn on my truck and roll down my window. Well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just open the door just to kind of show you what it would be like. I don't know if that will make a good seal. Well, we'll see. Oh, I got some music. Woohoo! I'm going to turn that down for a second. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll. Let's see. Where's the button? There it is. What am I doing? Roll down the windows. Then you can kind of pinch it into the little crevices. So just put up this towel, and literally, honest to God, I can feel that thermal break. You know, it's not a lot, but it's some. So then you could do the other window, you know, just a couple towels, you know, just to keep that, you know, thermal break if you really wanted to. See, and I even got my hoodie, you know, because I'm feeling it. But now back to the electric blanket. Now the cool thing is it only pulls a certain amount of wattage, not like this little fan. I think it was like 50 watts. So in actualities, you know, if I broke down right at when the 5 o'clock, you know, the sun's down, it's getting cold, I could throw this in. I could survive, I think. So, and here's the little plug-in. I'll just plug it right into the EB70. But in the meantime, I'm not going to plug it in because I want to see what this fan will do and see how hot I can get it in here. But in the meantime, what I could do is I could just cover myself up with it, you know, to stay warm, you know, because all the layers that you can have is what you need, especially during the wintertime. So it's getting warmer already in here. The thermometer is almost saying 40 degrees. So this might work. Now, say hypothetically, you know, you had a minivan. You got your kids and all that stuff. Now, if you had the next step up where you could get one of those little space heaters, you know, that pulls like 400 watts, maybe that would be better. But, you know, this is good. I mean, this EB70S, I've been amazed. You know, I've ran my TVs, my internet. I ran my gas fireplace. That's the heater, the fan. So if my electric goes out, at least I know I can run my heat, keep my kids warm, keep myself warm. It'll run my refrigerator, you know, and then everything else I could do. You know, I can make my own fire out back. I got a little burn pit, whatever, you know. It's the smallest things that we can do to keep our safety and our security is key. And just having these little things is amazing. You know, I even have, you know, my Alexa Pure on the go water bottle. You know, each one of these filters will do about 200 gallons. So if I'm next to a stream, boom, I've got water, purified water. I'm not going to get the stomach aches or anything like that, you know, because at least I know it's good. And then also in the back, you remember from my other videos, I've got those baked beans in there. Man, I got food. I've got fire. I've got all kinds of stuff. It's just so important that we stay prepared, you know. And I think all of our lives we've just we've counted on everything to take care of ourselves. The grocery store, this, that, everything. You know, now it's time to kind of go old school and look to being prepared for just the basic needs. You know, if the water ever was to go out, you know, you can go to the bathroom outside. No biggie, you know. But you got to stay warm, you know. And if you're in a hot place, you got to stay cool. And having the Blue Eddy, you know, you can run your own home with it. You can have it for job sites. You can do all kinds of things. I can't wait until I can get the bigger units, so I can start testing those and showing, you know, what the capacity of these bigger, you know, generators can do. You know, I've seen chop saws, I've seen skill saws, you know, but I'm going to put it test. You know, I'm a journeyman plumber. I'd like to, you know, take the the AC300 or the AC500 onto a job site and see if I can hook up all of my extension cords and run all my drills and see what it'll do. That's in the future. So cross your fingers, hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm telling you, it's so amazing since I've started this. I'm at 61 subscribers, so thank you all. It's amazing. There's going to be links, that you can click onto, and it'll take you to, the Blue Eddy site, so you can look at all of their, power packs, batteries, their also their portable solar panels. So they've got it all. So go take a look at it, check it out. Follow me, support me. I'm excited. I really enjoy doing these videos, but most importantly, it's just keeping me sane because since the car accident, not being able to work, these last 5-6 months, it's been a mind mess because I've worked and every day, between 10 and 12 hours a day, and now I'm sitting at home and this is keeping me occupied. So I appreciate all of your likes and your comments. So right now, let me check the temperature for you. Yeah, you can see it's almost 40 degrees in here. 40 degrees is 40 degrees. We started at 29 degrees, so you can feel the difference. I can't see my breath anymore, which is a good thing, But I feel like if I had those windows covered up, it would get really warm because, literally, I can feel that. I wonder if I should just go do that. I'm sitting here, so I'm going to hit pause. So I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. So you can see, threw another towel up there. It's nothing fancy. You don't have to be fancy. These are just some extra towels that I had laying around the house that I've used for the dogs. So anything that caused that thermal break. Now I've got more windows in the back of my truck, but I'm still just trying to see how warm I can get it in this little area. If you really wanted to, I guess I could block it off and really do it. But I'm making a video. If I wasn't making a video, I could get really in depth and really clam it off, and just keep it warm. Because that this little heater, it says I'm pulling. Oops. It says I'm pulling like 120 watts. Yeah. Pretty cool. Now, this electric blanket, I wonder, it says in the instructions that the max temperature is like 103 that this blanket will produce. Now I'm wondering, would that warm up the truck? So I've only been doing this for about 20 minutes, and that was the truck light. I had the keys on. The other light will go off. So I'm wondering if it would actually heat up the truck and me at the same time. Yeah. But now, if I was to be able to sleep and all that stuff, if I was stuck out here and all that stuff, I sure the hell wouldn't be sitting in my front seat, because I've got the whole back seat. So I think I would blanket off all that stuff. I would. I think for a matter of fact, I know I would be able to stay warm and not freeze to death with my EB70S, with this little portable heater. just with the blanket. I haven't even plugged this blanket in, and my legs are still getting warm. I mean, oh, I threw up that blanket, and we're almost past 40 degrees. And we've only been doing this for 20 minutes. So, that's pretty cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this heater, and then I'm going to plug in the electric blanket and see what that would do. Because I don't want to make this video too long. So, I'm going to turn this off. I'm plugging it in. All right. A whole whopping 63 watts. It's pretty cool. I got a little light that comes on the end of this. That's pretty cool. All right. So now let's get this blanket to where it's going to cover me up. All right. So, put the core part down there. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap myself up like a mummy. See how long this takes to... Yeah, I can... This is not too bad, not too shabby. Let's just see how long it takes to warm up. Let's see if I get hot. So, I'm gonna hit pause. I'll be right back. And what I'm gonna do is just let it kind of heat up so I don't waste all the time on my video. Okay, I'm back. All right, so what I kind of come up with is what you would have to do is to keep the little heater. What I did is, let me show you, I plugged that back in. Because what I could notice is I could feel the chill coming. So this kind of takes the chill off. But when I hooked up the electric blanket, oh man, I got warm. So, you know, if you wanted to, you could just, you know, run the heater for a while, take that chill off, throw the electric blanket on, and then kind of just flip-flop. And then when it came time for you to go to sleep and all that stuff, don't run the heater. You know, because it could fall over, something could happen or whatever. Plug in that electric blanket and make sure you cover off all your windows, and you'd be able to survive. And like I said, it's 29 degrees outside the truck. Right now it's showing just over 41 degrees inside the truck. So I think, again, win-win for the Blue Eddy EP70S. Now, I wish that I could spend the whole night out here like I did with the tent and all that stuff, but man, my foot is killing me. So what I'm going to do is, in a little bit, I'm going to end my video and then kind of do some of my calculations and all that stuff. So I still got the fleece blanket on me, and I can see my breath. So this little heater, I mean, you can move it around. It comes with a long cord. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could put it like right next to your hands, you know. Keep your hands warm. You can do whatever with it, you know. Oops, I just turned on the fan. I don't have a fan. I mean, I could bring it up next to me like this, you know, start warming up my beard wherever, you know. Or put it up on the dash. Keep it towards you. You know, I mean, it's warm. So I feel like you would have to kind of go both ways. You know, do the electric blanket, do the little heater. But will this keep you going throughout the night? Heck yeah. And then just say, like, hypothetically, it's going to be a while the next day and you're worried about your battery and all that stuff. Well, I've got the PV120. I can put it right out on the top of my truck, and I could be charging while I'm sitting in the truck. Especially with the blanket. because the blanket's only doing 50, if that, and then bringing in 120, I get an average about 107, 110 watts. So I could charge and keep warm. But heck, during the day, I could be building a fire next to my truck, actually staying warm, a signal fire, whatever you need to get attention to yourself. You know what you're gonna have to do. So I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna hook up the electric blanket, and for like the next 5 minutes, I'm just gonna see what this does. It warms up quick. Yeah, you could just hear the fan went off and all that stuff. The little heater pulls a lot. Like I said, 120 watts, 130 watts. But this electric blanket is only like 50, maybe 60. Let's see. 62 watts. And it's pretty big. It's not huge, I thought it was bigger. But honest to God, this is what you would really have to do. If you're going to want to do this, the windows, you got to make sure that they're completely blanket off. Because I get out of this flannel and I put my hand by the door. Yeah, I can feel it. So if you're worried, first thing, what's the first thing? Don't panic. Get your little shelter ready, and make sure that you can block off that cold. Be prepared. Be prepared, be prepared, be prepared. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I just want everybody to be prepared. But most importantly, be prepared and be right with God. Because you put the two together, He's going to help you through any situation. And being prepared is going to help you to get through any situation. So I'm going to throw this back on, kind of get more warm. Got a couple more minutes. But you know what? Win-win, you guys. I'm totally stoked. Here's 2 videos that I've done, emergency situations. The first one was a tent. It's good to have, something to keep you warm. You just never know. But this situation, I don't know how many times I've been stuck on the side of the road, freeze my butt off, do whatever. You're going to be set. You'll be able to charge your phones. Like I showed you if you had your tablet, you can watch movies while you waited for the tow truck driver or whatever. But at least you'll be able to charge your devices. And the lights that I showed you that I have in my truck, they're all rechargeable. So I'll have lights so I can wave people down. So be prepared, be prepared, be prepared. That's what I'm saying. Because, to be stuck out in the cold sucks. But it doesn't suck if you're prepared and you can stay warm. And these 2 little things, this little electric blanket, I think it was like $30 on Amazon. The little heater, I think was $30. So that's $60 to keep you warm. Now the EP70S, that costs more than the $30. But, I showed you what I've been using it for. And I can use for a lot of household appliances. Now, I won't be able to use it a long period, but enough to get me through. But just wait until I can show you the other bigger units, and then you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need one. Anywho, so I just want to say thank you again. God bless. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's just make this channel popular. Woohoo! Anywho, God bless. I love you all, and I'll see you at the next video.